Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta start them through the sewer. What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Hey guys, good evening.
We're back.
Let us know if you can hear us, man, before we get rolling. I'd appreciate it. We got some people in the room already. We got plenty to talk about with, Cecil County this past weekend with Ultra Street Shootout. If you guys can let us know if you can hear us, I appreciate it. Anybody. Before we get to rambling about too much stuff.
Might just have to get to rambling.
Yeah.
We can ramble about this shirt of the week for the older Bamas in the room.
Speed World.
Speed World Street Nationals from 2003.
Dude,
I bet you a bunch of you Bamas didn't even have driver's license when I went down there to race it.
I was racing in 2003, but man, I wish, like I said last week. Thank you, Alfonso. I appreciate
you. See that extra fresh too,
dude. It is. It looks like it's hardly warm, man. All pressed out.
Yeah, I got to put the iron on it. I can't get on here looking like a Jimmy. Got to get the crease on the arms, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Gotta brush my stuff out.
I'm too bad from a standpoint of I purge too much, man. I wish I had some of the older shirts, much like you.
Trust me, my wife wants me to get that crap out of there because I got 3 drawers of just
bullshit old shirts.
That just shirts like this. That I got so many of them. I don't wear them all the time, and you're not going. Seldom am I going to a cookout with this on there. Right. You gotta wear racing shirts again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's anybody in this racing community. It's like we have race shirts and maybe 2 collared shirts. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I know that I am 1,000,000% guilty in having nothing but race shirts as far as what I'm putting on. You know, it's it kind of is what it is. But guys, we'll kind of get right into I guess talking about
Tired of winning.
yeah, you
Tired
know.
of winning. You know, bike racing is some bullshit. Isn't that what they said? That's
Yeah,
what was said,
yeah,
what, back in April or something. Like, why do you do that? You
yeah.
can't win any money doing that.
Yeah. You know, we did kind of hear that, or I kind of heard that. You know, I find it quite comical. Tip of the cap to Rob Honeycutt for Elite 460 to constantly find us new venues to partake in. And fortunately, in his planning, he got us on this Ultra Streetcar Shootout deal at Jim Halsey's
Well,
Cecil
that's
County.
just their monthly streetcar shootout,
Right.
and they usually, I think, a couple of the races they don't have Pro 275,
Okay.
and they don't have X 275 is gone. So what is it? LDR.
Okay. Okay.
And I think they have those at just certain venues,
Certain
just
ones.
because there's not that many cars.
Yeah.
The car count's not that big, but there's a lot of ultra street cars.
Yeah, I can't speak on exactly how many of the ultra street cars they had. I know that it seemed to me they had a plethora of top sportsman cars, man. Some of which, even in the crazy heat, actual air temperature 104 degrees, some of them running 430s. You know, that's impressive, and consistently running those numbers. I mean,
In what, 3,000 feet of air?
yeah. At one point, it was close to 4,000. It was like
Jesus
3,700
Christ,
feet.
really?
Yeah. It
What
was.
was the water, like 140?
I don't, in my situation, I don't pay attention to that.
Okay,
So I
okay.
can't speak on that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was, I know I had a ramp in my bike that was probably top tier, one of the most aggressive ramps to where I almost had to change the gear to make it to the stripe. That's how I
That's how
had
much
to,
you had to add to get it to
exactly,
run the
how
number
much I had to spray to run the number. Yep.
in that air.
Absolutely. Lucky enough, you know, we didn't have the bike count that we hoped to. So, you know, I was king of five, you know, at the end of the day, five real gunslingers, man. You know, in the final round, I raced Robbie. My 60 with a six took out his 61 with a two, I think it was. So it was nice and tight. Um, you know, it was, man, it was just brutal hot. But, you know, that tip of the cap to Jim Halsey and his team, man. I mean, as hot as it was, the track was hooking. I was repeating. I
Did they
cannot.
ever spray the track down? I saw something on maybe the Cecil County website that they said the track was 140, and somebody mentioned, man, throw some water out there. They used to do that back
Yeah,
here
they
in
never did. They,
Florida.
as far as cool down, spray it
Yeah,
down, you
yeah.
mean? No, not that I witnessed. Whether he did it early morning before
Mhm.
I was out and about, I can't speak on. I know he was involved himself. You know, he pretty much was up on the start line and, you know, supervising everything. I actually joked with him at one point and said, "Man, you know, can we get some air conditioning here and enclose this whole thing?"
Right.
You know, he kind of laughed, but just looking at the equipment that he's invested in, wow, you know, and the track 1,000,000%. I can honestly tell you, Mark, it's different on a bike as it is in a car. You can feel everything on a bike. That track is one of the smoothest tracks I think I've ever been down. You know, and all the employees, everything, given the heat and all that. I mean, very welcoming. Jim was cool. Everything was
Yeah,
cool.
hard to be welcoming in that heat. You're out there
Yeah,
just mad that you're out there.
yeah, just angry that you gotta,
Angry at the world.
yeah, suit up, do anything from that respect. So, you know, it was definitely cool. And again, it goes back to, you know, Robbie kind of getting us in there with the track manager. He spoke on that a little bit. And you know, I'm a car guy as much as I am a bike guy. So I watched the Ultra Street guys and, you know, Ronnie Rhodes, he ended up winning with a 459. I don't know the fella that drives the late model Camaro that on the door says late model engines.
Yeah, I don't know.
He spun and went 487. So
Yeah,
he
Will
lost.
Jackson, you out there? Give us some insight here. I don't know if he's on or not.
Yeah.
Will runs Ultra Street. That's
There was a
the guy.
beautiful split bumper Camaro. It was like green with like a vinyl top. Man, that car. And, you know, no offense to that fella. I'm not really a fan of that body style, but that car sat right, looked good. They
Really?
went to semis before they knocked them
With
off.
a vinyl top. I don't know. See,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it was
guess
like
once
a-
we start going up there,
It was like a dark green. Almost, if you looked at it wrong, could have thought it was black.
okay.
But beautiful car, man. The car sat right. A beautiful orange Mustang I saw. I think he went out first or second round. Looked like he got caught, you know, not getting up on boost quick enough to get
Mhm.
in the lights, and that
Mhm.
kind of hurt him. But entertaining, all in the same. We were fortunate enough to leave out there with another win. You know, if you don't mind sharing,
Oh.
second round, I you know, about 300 foot, I felt my wheelie bars break. And I'm not kidding. I literally could feel them break, and that explained me losing 2 numbers to the short, 1 number to the 330, and I went a 62 in second round. So we put a trusty big zip tie on there. And was
how do you like that, fellas? If that isn't some rigging.
Yeah,
it's like some rigging there. A big ass zip tie.
Yeah.
Cut it loose.
That's it. That's it. And fortunately enough, Jay at Ken Gear, I dropped him off yesterday. He's already got them done, man. Replaced both bars, both sides. Really kind of hooked me up.
What is it? The upper bar that broke?
The center bar from top to bottom broke at the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the support bar, it broke at the top. It's been repaired twice before. Kind of knew we were on borrowed time. And it bit me because we were having to spray so much. Where normally I really hardly ever hit the wheelie bars, but because we're having to spray so much, we get to move.
What did you have to put 2 new sliders on there, and then the upper bar, connect the bar that goes top to bottom?
Yes, sir. Yep, that's what he's done. So him and Ken Kier, down there thrashing, and every time I go in there, they have a plethora of different cars, man. So if you guys need anything, look Jay up. I think everyone on DMV Grudge knows who Jay is. Ken it just works. He stays in the background. So, hats off to them. I do have to say thank you so much to Justin Dudley as well. We had, when I say we, myself, I've been having tire issues with my dolly in this heat. We had another blowout, and last minute, well, not a blowout, fortunately, you came over last Tuesday and caught a potential blowout. So we had to do a quick...
Cords breaking inside the tire.
Yeah, and couldn't feel it. I didn't notice it where it was positioned when he came over last week to do the show. He saw it, and Justin last minute swapped that out for me and put a spare on for me. And they proceeded, they meaning him and his son, went to Maple Grove. Little Mason's brand new to 890 index because he just turned, I believe, 9. To move up to that, don't hold me to that. He's either 9 or 10, and I'm terrible with that. But one Friday night and one Saturday night, so they kind of cleaned house. I had some issues with my my weather station. So fortunately, I have 2 weather stations, so I was able to go back to old material. But the technical support from Computech there in Charlotte Hall, Matt and Jay, Matt really lined me out, and helped me out a lot. So I wanted to thank him. Another event not another situation. I met Pro Stock Gordo for the first time. I know who he is. He's really good friends with my main man Deshay. I met him at the race. He showed up, gave us some of his I believe they're Rush energy drinks.
Rush, yeah.
Yeah, so appreciate that. It was cool to meet him. I think you guys have a locked in race.
Yeah, Bridge Wars.
Yeah, Bridge Wars. So unbiased there, but nice guy. Met him. And lastly, my only other thing I really need to do, today is my wife's birthday. So happy birthday to my beautiful wife, Tara. Yesterday was our 3rd wedding anniversary. We kind of back to back that. That's her doing, not mine, but I have to say I couldn't do a third of what I do, whether it be in business, racing, or anything else without my wife. So that kind of says all my shout outs. If you wouldn't mind sharing my winter circle picture, because it was what I call Africa hot. My man Deshay and my niece Hazel was there, and kind of ride or die in there. So we're thin on the winter circle picture, but we found our way there again, and I am just beyond grateful, man. Our 460 class is, 5 bikes we race for $2,600. Just to give everyone an idea, 5 bikes, $2,600.
You can't beat that.
Can't beat it. Absolutely can't beat it. I'll go race 5 bikes all day long for $2,600.
And what's the entry to do that?
It's $300 to enter, $200 for last man standing.
But you didn't do that on this one.
We did. That's how we drove it up.
Really?
Yeah, that's how we all drove it up.
Well, damn.
Yeah, and then we did $50 on number 1 qualifier. So I was number 1 qualifier, and that paid $200. So that's what got me to $2,600. It was $2,400.
Okay.
Win. So give you guys an idea. I mean,
if we could just get that in big tire, we'd be.
That's
all right.
what I mean. And I'd really love to see it if all the big tire guys would just get together. Get together and go, okay, let's just dig in our pockets for $200 extra and call it a last man standing. You get to the final, if both are in last man standing, whatever the purse is, you can agree to split. You can agree to make it heavy. All right, well, we'll split, but the winner gets $200 or $400 more or $500 more, whatever that agreement is. So, you know, us starting to do that a couple years ago is really, that's why it's hard to get off the motorcycle, man. If you guys wonder why, you know, it's like, man, I got to go out here and run. I mean, I told y'all last week in our win, myself and Jimmy Shiflett, we cut $10,400 for 6 rounds of racing. Man, that's a lot of money, right?
Gotta love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So splitting it down the middle, it's you know $5,200 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a team.
Absolutely. You know, I truthfully think it's definitely awesome and very fortunate to be able to do it. So I'm grateful. That kind of concludes really going, you know, over the weekend at Cecil County. I mean, you know, again, Cecil County and Jim Halsey and the staff all welcoming. Everyone's great. The photographer, husband and wife team, I believe, they were super awesome people. I plan to buy these photos from them as I always do and patronize, you know, Sean Kelly and all that.
Oh, Sean was up there.
He wasn't there. He
Okay,
wasn't there, but
okay.
you know, anytime these folks are standing out there in that crazy heat
Right.
for 10, 12, 14 hours a day, you guys need to patronize them, man. Buy something.
Right.
They deserve it, you know? So that's that kind of summarizes my weekend. Next up for myself is 2 weeks, I think, two weekends. So last weekend of July is our biggest WPGC Bike Fest. So you'll get a break from hearing me talk about motorcycles until then, because you know, we got to regroup. Already got the wheelie bars fixed, but I got maintenance and all that stuff I got to do. And once we do that, then we're gonna get back to car racing.
Right. Yep.
Super excited about that, which that's what we're gonna really start talking about here now.
We missed out on. I guess we could start with. Well, first off, I'd like to say, and I hate to shout out shit. So
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't even know what to say, but send some prayers up to Cam Brooks. He had an unfortunate incident last night with his car at the track, and got a little bumped up and bruised.
Yeah.
But he's no worse for wear. He's recovering. He's in good shape, but
Yeah.
it's just unfortunate to see it. I didn't witness it. I just heard it. But
Yeah,
I reached out to him today. He's doing okay, but
that's
it's
good.
just terrible to see. You know, it seems
Absolutely.
to be between that.
And-
Anyway,
Yeah,
to Cam,
yeah,
glad that you're okay, buddy.
yeah.
Um,
And we lost top sportsman racer.
Yeah, I
personally
don't know if
Bill
anybody's
Jenke.
seen
Yeah.
him, maybe at Yellow Bullet or something like that. It's a real pretty. I guess
Camaro.
that's a Bickle Camaro.
You talking about Bill Jenkins?
Yeah.
Yep.
Black and burgundy or something like that. He had
Yeah.
incident at
Lebanon Valley, I
Lebanon
think.
Valley?
I think it was Lebanon Valley. Yeah, unfortunately, he lost his life, and you know, we all. I don't want to say we take it for granted, but we all go out here on the weekends just think business as usual. But every time, whether you're putting leathers on or you're putting a fire suit on, you got to take it serious. Not that he wasn't. It's just
Right. Well, I mean, it's just
unfortunate.
you put your life on the line for, especially as fast as these cars are. So, tech tip for the day.
Yeah.
You guys out here that run these classes, you know, I guess we're not supposed to talk about times, but I know all y'all are pretty fast. You run probably at least 150. 150 is fast enough to get your ass tore up.
Absolutely.
So spend the money. You'll spend the money to get your nitrous bottles filled and all that. As expensive as nitrous is, and you won't spend the money for Hans.
Mhm.
Those horseshoe collars, yep, I wore them before the Hans really came out in
Yeah.
Pro Mod and all that. And then they mandated them. Then I got one. Then I got a carbon one just because you don't realize that. I think the not the composite
Yeah.
ones, not the carbon composite, because there's composite, carbon composite, and all carbon.
Okay.
I think they're maybe 1.5 pounds difference, something like that. But you feel that pound
Sure.
on your neck. You
Yeah.
know, you put because I originally had a composite one.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, the hell with this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you're just sitting in the car like. But for the guys that do wear a horseshoe, you don't have that padding around your neck. You
Right.
just have this lays over your shoulders. I'm a fan of the hybrid rather than the traditional Hans like you see in F1 or those other ones. It's just a horseshoe that goes around your neck.
Yeah.
And you know, I think even if you got a composite, I think they're maybe $600.
Yeah.
I want to say spend the $600.
Yeah.
You know, you'll thank me later. For one, you won't get as hot in the car.
Sure.
For two, you'll get used to, limited motion this way, but you surely don't want to be in a car when you got full motion and you slap the wall and then you
Yeah.
tear your neck up. Um, and three, none of that works if you don't pull your belts tight. You're not
Right.
going down 95. You don't, like in the newer cars, have that auto retract system. Once it senses something, it tightens the belt up.
Sure.
Whatever you do when you get in there, that's all you got. So
That's
if you're
it.
in there and, well, I don't want to be uncomfortable.
Right.
Damn all that. Because if
Yeah.
you hit something, you're going to be real uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So
you only got one head, one neck, man. I
Right.
mean, that's not, for me, when tracks ask for all the safety equipment, I don't buy it because they mandate it. I buy it because it's me.
Right.
You only
Yeah.
have one head, one
Yeah.
body.
Stuff like that. Stuff like wearing gloves. I don't want to wear gloves. I can't cut a light. I know
Right.
somebody like let's say Justin Swanstrom. I noticed when he first started driving.
Cut the thumb out.
Yeah, there's some cut out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if his daddy told him cut that shit out, but he has full gloves on now. Or
Sure.
maybe Tech told him
Right.
to cover you. Because if something happens,
Yeah.
you just got bare skin there. That's gonna fry right off.
First thing you got to do out of a burning car is use your hands.
Yeah, right.
It's the last thing
Right.
you want to be cheap on is your gloves.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So pull your belts tight. You guys go ahead and get a Hans. I know everybody that I work with, that I work on the cars or whatever. I've had all of them either recommend or pretty much demand that as cars get faster, you got to get a Hans, or I don't feel comfortable even working on it because something happens.
Sure.
I feel responsible because something happens to the car, even though let's say it blows the tire out. Well, damn all that. That's nobody's fault necessarily.
No.
It's a mechanical failure, but you wreck, and I'm like, well, I told you to get a Hans, and you didn't.
Yeah.
And now you're paralyzed or something
Right.
like that over nothing but $600, and you guys spend that on a bottle of nitrous in a heartbeat.
You're absolutely right.
So there's that.
It's not
Anyway.
a place to be what I call Charlie cheap.
Right.
Safety
So-
equipment's key, man.
Anyway, I guess I digress. I forgot what I was going into. We're going into let's see. I don't think we have any racing going on. Do you have any racing going on in
No,
July?
not until the end of July. Last weekend of July, 27th is our PGC Bike Fest. That's the next race for myself.
Okay.
And
so-
I am honestly happy about it. I need a hiatus. I'm supposed to be flying to Puerto Rico with my lovely wife tomorrow. And unfortunately, much like most people that have plans in that area, hurricane and rain kind of change those plans for us. So we're doing what my wife calls a staycation. So I'm going to sprinkle that with, I can't stay out of the shop. So
I get. I'm guilty of that too. Even when I, stay at home, say, man, I'm going to relax this Saturday, and I'll sit around and be like, man, I got you.
yeah, you
Let
got
me-
shit
let
to
me
do.
go out here
It's
and-
hard to sit still. Yeah, yeah. Because all you're doing is adding to your, when you get back around to it, it's that much more of a taller pile to get through.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. That's the way I look at it. Are there any upcoming grudge races that you know of?
I don't know of anything going on in July, to be honest. But I haven't been really. If any of you out
Anybody
here
know of
viewing,
any? Want to promote any?
Want to get on here, and we're waiting for actually Fat Albert to get on here. They're having a meeting about Bridge Wars and the
That's the
and the
August
upcoming
race.
big tire race.
The
Bridge
August
Wars.
race at MIR,
Right.
3rd and
So
4th.
that's going to be the 4th, I believe. So
Yeah.
how they're going to try to, I think, he can get on here and hopefully a little
Yeah,
bit.
talk
and-
about it. Yeah.
and talk about it. But I think what they're looking to do is have the big tires on like the non-sticky icky day.
Okay.
Basically, the radio guys will run Saturday.
Okay.
Top Sportsman and Big Tire run Sunday.
Okay.
That's what I think they're trying to decide, and then
Yeah.
how they're going to run it and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
hopefully for us, I don't know, it'll be X amount of buy-in, which they're trying to get straight, and then they're putting some money on top of that.
Cool.
I believe they're looking to the racers to see what they're going to do about. Is it going to be all nitrous? Is it going to be all heads up if it's all nitrous?
Okay.
What we've talked about before, the people that do follow us way back in April when we brought this up about the blower cars. It's unfortunate, but the nitrous cars just can't stay there, and
No.
we've said that it's more than obvious.
Yeah.
That combination is now worked out,
Mm-hmm.
and they can go to a they can go to certain track that I'm not going to do the, oh man, you bashing tracks or whatever. Hey man, you guys decide to race where you want to race. They can go to what's that?
That's Billy.
Brown, I haven't got to that, man. We're back at August 4th. I'm gonna get to you in a second. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Anyway,
Yeah.
hell, what was I saying?
You're
Oh,
basically
so-
saying you're talking about the blower car.
Yeah, so most of the nitrous guys are saying you can't beat him.
No matter what you're given.
You can't beat him. He's if he can hold, if he can pedal twice, he's got to be super late for you
Mhm.
to not get outran.
Yep.
You go to a better track, you're not outrunning him.
Nope.
Damn all that. You're not. It's just that simple.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's a bit unfortunate, but that's. I think this is one reason why they split classes up.
Absolutely.
Whether it be Northeast Pro Mod Shootout, whether it be ADRL, PDRA, all the iterations of that, pretty much
Sure.
all classes. It's just really hard to mix those two, and surely it's impossible, really, to do it in the no time world because you
Right.
can't put weight on them. Nobody wants to go across the scale.
Right.
Nobody really wants to police blower pulley size and all that kind of stuff. Nobody wants to police possible gear changes in the rear to slow them down. I mean, so
Sure.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Just get your ass whipped. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's kind of what they're looking to do. I guess he'll call in when he calls. We can always circle back. To
Yeah,
that.
I'm no Dionne Warwick, but I saw this coming like at the beginning of the year. I'm not on a Psychic Friend network, but I kind of know a little bit about blown cars and yeah. So I am sincerely not shocked. It's I don't know. So I'd love to see some sort of level playing field when it comes to nitrous.
Yeah, I mean, even with what they're trying to do that now, which is pretty much they want to just run heads up, run with your brung
Yeah.
nitrous. That's still kind of on the the sketchy side for but I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole and get y'all jumping in my ass
Right.
about my thoughts on that either. We'll just show up and we're gonna show up with a 5-inch, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That seems to be the easiest way to go.
Sure.
For us and for me, maintenance wise, even though I'm down right now, I mean, still maintenance wise, the 5-inch is just easier to maintain.
Yeah.
Much like I talked about last week with just your regular week to week maintenance as opposed to a 5.3.
Sure.
For me, anyway, the way that I maintain an engine. So there's that. I think Jason Gray had told me that they do have a 4-car radio shootout Saturday.
Okay.
And the 4 cars are him, Copperhead, Warden, Junior Killer, and Tony Montana. I'm not sure what the Stips buy-in, what all that is, but I know it's a 4-car shootout, so you guys will have some action to watch. And then I know he has, I think he has a couple locked in races. I know Gordo has a couple locked in
Right.
races too. So there should be some good fast action there on that Saturday. Hopefully it won't be Africa hot like it is now.
Yeah,
If
we
it
all
could
can
just
hope
get
for
back
that.
in the damn 80s, man.
I
Golly.
know. I know Friday, it's going to be a cool wave coming in, and I think it's supposed to be 91.
Right.
So,
Right.
that's.
Right.
I think they said today 10 straight days of over 92.
Yeah.
You know,
You see out in
I'm over it.
one of my buddies told me out in Vegas it was 117 today.
Yeah, but they don't have
But
the
it's
humidity.
dry, but
yeah,
shit,
still,
have
it's
you
still
been out there?
117. I have been to Vegas.
I mean, when it's hot like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still hot.
It's still hot.
It's still hot. You're just not cutting it with a knife. You
Right.
know, as bad as we get with humidity, but yes, hot is hot. Did you see what Charlie Carter said? Awesome field for top sportsmen at Custom Tees.
How many cars did you have down there? How did that work out? Who won? Give us some info down there.
Yeah.
This past weekend we did have Brad Diggs had a race down there at VMP.
Oh, okay. What happened there?
I think they had 9 cars. I think they said 2 broke. I didn't get a whole lot of information about it, but
Yeah.
Matt Suit.
I appreciate you saying it right.
Matt, if you're watching,
There you go, Matt.
Suit.
Thanks
Not-
for squaring
not
him up.
sweet.
It's not sweet.
Don't look at me.
That's what he
jacking
wants
it
you to
up.
be. He wants you to be. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh, man, cut it out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he won.
Oh, I did
the-
see
the
that.
big
Yeah,
car,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, congratulations, Matt. Yeah,
Yep.
congratulations.
Yep,
Who's the
so-
fella that owns the car? Super nice guy. Beautiful 55, man. Says Bounty Hunter on it.
Scott Cazelli. owns
Okay.
it. And
Great work, fellas.
apparently they had Robert Hayes, fabulous last name.
Okay.
Helping him out.
Too much.
I don't know if that's going to be the next new chassis guy out there. Robert's making some killer shit. Which
Okay.
is who?
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Yeah, somebody's getting cars done by him, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Man, yeah.
I know, and I'm
Jesus
drawing a
Christ,
blank,
he
too.
oh my God. I've been racing with them forever.
I'm drawing a blank too. I think LeVar shared a picture of Matt. Why you look that up? Thank you, Charlie. 47 out of 51 ran for 10,000. Cool track and a lot of 4-second cars. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, if you can show that picture. That's the picture I did see. That car is beautiful, man. Congratulations.
Uh-oh,
fellas.
wrong one. Let me get that out of there. That's for us.
There's the winner circle picture, man. Congratulations. They don't come out much, but when they do, boy, look out, right?
Yeah, they look pretty good to me.
They don't call them the
Consistent passes.
sniper for no reason, man.
Yeah. Matt Suit.
Matt Suit getting it done.
I don't even know why he let all these years go
Oh,
by
you say sweet. I know.
and
You
just
weren't
let-
alone.
I just let people call him Matt Suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be like, no, MF. My name's Matt Suit. Say
Yeah.
Suit. Say it.
That's why that particular time he was on our show, I'm like, his name is Suit. Because he raced bikes, believe it or not, for a long time, if most don't know. So, no, congratulations to you guy, man. Beautiful car. Obviously, they're guns, man. I assume, is Matt tuning the car as far as you know as well?
I believe it's a common. I don't know. I've heard a couple different stories, so I'm just repeating
Sure.
BS right now. This is part of the trash talk capping bullshit. It's either Robert was helping him out.
Okay.
I know he's got all Switcher stuff on there. So
Oh,
a
wow.
couple years back, Switcher put the initial
Whatever. Intake
in
and
there.
everything else
Yeah.
on there, probably.
So.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think this might be Fat Albert calling in. So let's see. Hello. Oh, who's this, Scott? Hey, Scott.
Hey,
What's
Scott.
happening? Yeah, well, why wouldn't I? Now, if we race, I ain't gonna talk nice about you, but I'm gonna talk nice about. Look, got your picture up here. You looking all good? How you been feeling, man? All right, I got you. Okay.
I'm with you on that, man.
Well, I'm glad you're still here to fight it, man, and I'm glad you're still kicking ass. That you're out there making consistent passes and looking good.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you there, brother.
Yeah, hope.
Good
Right.
deal.
Well,
Good.
that's good. That's what it takes.
Coming together, man. What's your next planned race you're going to go to? Did you see Billy said he can't hear him? Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, hold tight just a sec. For some reason, they're saying they can't hear you, so we're just going to double check. As they hear us talking, we can hear you fine. So
Oh, that's
bear with
crazy.
them just a second and see if you can figure it out.
And I got it all the way up.
I mean, I hear them good.
Try that. How's that, guys? Can you hear?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear Scott now?
What do you think now, guys? 'Cause he sounds crystal clear to us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hello, hello.
Anything, guys? He's saying hello. Kenny, can you hear him?
Hello.
Sorry, Scott.
Ah, that's fine.
Yeah, we test all this.
A bunch of rookies on a podcast.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, you can hear him now.
Somebody
okay,
just said
so
you're
all
good now, so we must have got it right.
We're back. The rookies are back, man. We
So,
just
Scott-
needed a
No.
shakedown. We needed a shakedown.
Scott, are you? I'm
Yeah, no,
sorry.
no.
I'm a little versed to the chemo situation there.
Yeah,
so
no,
you're,
I've been wanting to reach out to you just to.
yeah,
just
you're
say hi
still.
and see what
Are
was
you
going on.
still consistently going through chemo yourself now?
Yeah, full force.
Wow, man, and that's tough in the heat,
Yeah.
and I commend you, man.
Oh, it was not fun.
Yeah, I appreciate your fight, man. It's definitely it's all perspective. I don't think I need to tell you that, so I won't preach from that respect, man. It's a battle, man. So my heart goes with you, man, and I'm 100% with you. And I'm glad to see you still doing what you love. You're still out there, you know.
Yeah, it's good. You know, Matt and Wilkins and all my buddies and Robert Hayes has just been great through the whole battle. Of course, my wife, she's been beast mode, just
Yeah.
taking care of me and trying to get this thing right.
Awesome, man. Do you have any idea on how many sessions you have to go through?
I'd rather not say, probably for life.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll leave it there, man. We'll definitely
Yeah.
we'll definitely leave it there. I have some close friends that are doing the same walk and the same battle, man, and I'm always you're definitely added and in my thoughts from that respect, man. It's a cruel situation, but it's all in what you make of it. So I'm happy you're still out
Yeah.
there, and I'll say again, your car is definitely. And I said right away before I met you when we sat there and talked. I think it was last year. Was it the
That
end
was
of
at
last year?
Maryland, I think, in Maryland in the staging lanes.
Yeah, beautiful car, man. I'm a huge fan, and there
I
was a
appreciate
top
it.
sportsman car. I want to say just like yours, but not. It didn't say Bounty Hunter, but it was blue and black, and it was there this
Blue
weekend.
and black with no scoop on it at Cecil, I think.
Yes, I was like, "Is that?" And then I took a harder look. I'm like, "No," but man, what a color combo, dude! Huge fan. Definitely.
Yeah, it looks good. I've been ran in Top Sportsman forever. It was Gary Cordier's car back in the day, and
Okay.
then, just keep picking at it, doing updates. You know, just like we all do.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, no
right.
doubt, man. That's definitely all you can do. But your next plan, as far as you know, is towards the end of the year. You said Orlando.
I definitely want to do that, and I want to maybe the William Brown race and maybe one or two scattered here and there. But that's about it. Have a little fun.
Yeah, definitely. So the August race at William Brown's, is that what you're thinking?
Thinking, yeah,
Okay, cool. That'd be great to see you down there, man.
just gotta match up. You know, Matt and I call him up and say, hey, you want to go racing? He's like, okay. And if he says no, we don't go racing.
Yeah.
Just that simple.
It was good. It was good. Brad Diggs and Marky B donated to some cash funds in the house, which was great,
Okay.
and it was good. And they paid well, and we came home with like $7,500.
Shit, yeah, man.
I like that.
Yeah, that'll make it cool down a little bit better when it's Africa hot outside.
Yeah.
No, that's a good payday, man. I still think they should be a little bit more. I don't know if you heard the beginning of what we were talking about. What we do in the 460 bike deal is we put a last man standing fund together, and we all put in an extra $200. And you know, sometimes it's $2,000, sometimes it's $8,000, sometimes it's $10,000 just on last man standing. And I'd love to see a transition in the cars. You know, for me, that's small money, but it adds
I'd love
up.
to do that. I actually begged for everybody to do that when we were doing a little drivers meeting. I said, does anybody want to throw $100 in a pot, $500 in a pot? And
Yeah.
it was the DMV boys. It was like crickets.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, look, I must be from somewhere else. And
I know.
damn all that, 'cause I was-
I'm from the DMV and I'm not. I'm like,
Right.
how much we talking?
Yeah. Yeah. $100, you know, that's 6 guys. I mean, the only person that wanted to do it was my uncle, and I was like,
No
you know,
shit.
and I didn't want to take his money.
Right.
No shit. Yeah. Well, we'll work on that. You know, hopefully we'll see you at William Brown's, and I'll be for certain to bring that up. I mean, you know, $100, shit. That's a tank of gas. Like it's not that much money in theory if you're out here running these big tire cars.
Right.
But if everyone puts it in, it is good money. You know. I don't know.
I got there Friday, and I got a flat tire like 20 miles out from the racetrack, and
Yeah.
I went and got tires on my truck, and I just said, you know, I'm going to put all new tires on. It was $2,000, and I was like, well, I guess this weekend's going down.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I've been having shit luck with the tires on my dolly, man. So I know I'm thousands and thousands out. So I feel your pain there, man. You know, anytime you can go out and catch a little bit of money and head home and feel like you got close to breaking even, you kind of did something right.
Yeah, I think we came out on top this weekend, which was pretty good. It was fun. Matt's awesome to race with. He's great on the tree. He's a great driver. He's cool as a cucumber. you
That
know,
he
we're
is.
all excited, and he just like gives a thumbs up. He's like, yeah, that was cool. And I'm like, you come on, jump around.
You know,
It was like $25,000 we won with Scotty G and all the side bet and stuff, and he still was like, that was cool. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
Yeah.
cool.
damn it, get
Yeah.
excited.
That's how you have to be. I mean, for me, I try to rile these guys up. You know, I'm the guy that's dancing and trying to get my head around stuff, and I don't get. You can't let it get in your head. You got to be cool, and you know you can celebrate when it's all said and done. But I'm constantly joking with Mark and the whole crew, like, man, you guys like are too damn serious, man. I'm the guy winking when you put me in the beams. I'll blow a kiss. It's like, you know, it's supposed to be fun, right? You got to remember that, you know, as a driver.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to. You know, maybe we can lock in together with with a race later on this year, have a little fun, and
Yeah.
we'll anybody with a 5-inch
I
cast
got-
head carburetors, bring it on.
I
I'll
got
try
you.
anything.
Well,
I
there you
got
go.
you.
I'll leave that to Mark here.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Matt, we talked about that when he came on last time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah.
There's
guys got a good
whether
car
it be
and
at William
love
Brown's
to-
race or I'm gonna guess maybe you guys might be doing Brad has another race at VMP September 13th, I guess.
Okay.
That we were going to talk about.
You know, we've done this. Matt and I've been racing since we were 20 years old, and
Yeah.
we just like to go to good racetracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like
well,
to
yeah,
be
so this is a VMP,
MIL,
so you're-
Galatz,
right.
Darlingtons, and stuff like that. You know, be safe. There's no need to be on some crap tracks. Sure,
Right.
disrespect to some of them guys, but I just don't want to be on a crap track.
Well,
don't
I
blame
think you graduate to the point that with faster cars, you want to be able to not wrestle the car on a surface that's BS.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what Tyler did to that racetrack. It was incredible.
Yeah.
For what it was, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah, for
150
in that heat, man, they're
154.
getting the recipe down for this heat racing in that kind of heat.
Scott, did you just say it was 154 was the track temp?
151, 153, 154. It was like incredible.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Well,
I don't think I've raced at 150.
I can tell
I've
you,
raced
I
at
just
I
did.
don't
140.
think so either. I've been some 145s, 146, but 154 was.
I've been at Cecil County back in the day, 140, 145.
I never checked the track temp because it really kind of is. It had to be that at Cecil this weekend with those Ultra Street cars and myself on a 460 bike. But, and a lot of people ask me, what's worse, the leathers or a fire suit in a car? And I'll be honest with you, fire suit in a car. And the reason being is you're in the car, you're strapped, you can't even expand your chest. It's long standing, dead air in there. Like, and this one always jokes with me, like, man, I'm glad you're in there. Not me.
Oh man, if I was in the car with what I'm going through, I don't think I would have got out of it. I would
Yeah.
have stayed in there at the finish line. I don't think I would have got out.
Absolutely,
It was
man.
brutal.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, it was
And-
good. I just wanted to come say hi and thanks for the good words. Thanks for congrats and
Yeah.
we had some fun.
Okay.
Well,
100%,
hopefully we
Scott.
get to see you guys this year and we can lock in something.
Definitely,
great.
man. I appreciate you calling in, man. And I know a
Good
lot of
deal.
people say it, but I know what you're going through, man. Keep up the fight, brother.
I appreciate it. It's
Okay.
been brutal.
Definitely.
3 years.
I'm with you, man. Definitely. I look forward to seeing you
All
here
right,
soon,
guys.
brother.
Have a great rest of the week and thanks again.
Yep,
Yes, sir.
No problem.
Thank you. Take
Talk
care,
to you
bud.
soon.
Later.
Take care.
Night. No, man, that's awesome he called in. Like I said, I mean, not secretly, I put that out there. I love his car, and I think some people say with the 55, for me, not too aerodynamic. I could give a shit less. It just looks tough as hell.
Yeah. So somebody had put on
What?
here
What'd you say?
that it was Fred Scriba. Thank you, Kenny Griffin. Scriba's car.
What?
Robert Hayes built that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
came out
yeah.
kicking ass, and I
Maybe
don't
that's
think-
what I was talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, and-
that's where the name I heard.
And
Yeah,
I don't think he aborted a pass like in, I don't know, like the first 30 passes or something like that.
Okay.
Just,
So his brand new car is a Hayes car. That's
yeah.
Okay.
Because Bickle, after Bickle passed, and
Yeah.
then there, I guess you can't get in there because
Right.
it takes 2 years to get a car. And they were like, well, I guess Robert, they must have went to him, and he was like, yeah, I can do you one.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. So that might be the new combo. Bickle
Yeah.
Musi. I mean, I'm sorry, Hayes Musi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess
It's definitely working.
it for sure is working if you're going off of that, and that's probably where I heard the name when I was up at Chuck's dropping something off or picking something up, getting painted. So that makes total sense.
Yeah, I know. Way back in the day, they had a '57. Him and I want to say that was his father-in-law, maybe. I don't know. That drove it. Robert built it.
Okay.
It was super clean. This is when I first met him way back. Can't even remember how many years ago this was. But it was a really nice car, and he was a lot smaller then.
Okay.
Now his business, I'm sure.
Where is he out of? Just so we can give him
Carolina.
props. Carolina.
Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's another avenue for anybody who's thinking of getting anything done or getting a car built. Robert Hayes, obviously. What have they been? Mid 60s in Describe his car? Low 60s already? Okay. Not throwing shade.
Yeah.
Just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track, man. The way these fools drop 60s. Shit.
Yeah.
Remember we had William Brown on there. I was like, have you been at 50? No, 60 with a 1.
No.
Or some shit. Yeah, so since he said, let's again reiterate his race, August 17th, correct? Outer Banks, William Brown's Big Tire Shootout, at Outer Banks.
Yeah, I hope I got this one right.
Yeah, we're gonna put his flyer up there. Kind of a big fan on the car on the right.
Yeah.
So here's a flyer, kind of give everybody detail on what's going on.
All right, cool. Mr. Brown, damn it, here we are. I didn't forget about you, man. I told you we're gonna push this thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And really, we all need to work together to push big tire racing in general.
I agree.
I think a lot of people like to watch it.
Sure.
And if you could get to tracks that have more, it's hard to run them at night. To run, so everybody can see the flame show and all that kind of crap, because most events are radial events, and you're just not running these big tires and wrap them up and tear a car up. There was one or two guys that went through that at the latest Stick It Up Your Ass Nationals. And to take a $200,000 car, and then you've got to get it fixed, and it's like, okay, well, that's why. For me personally, it's bad enough shaking on a good track. And
Absolutely.
You kind of crack some paint or, spider web some stuff.
Brutal. You break body mounts, you can break wishbones. There's so many things that can happen, man.
But on a track that I don't know. Anyway, we're not going down that road. We're going to go and shift gears into this backyard brawl.
I'm excited about it.
It looks like... I like the flyer. How about that?
Oh, I definitely like the flyer. We don't, again, because I'm, not that it's a bad thing. I'm always the last guy to find out. We don't have any locked in grudge races.
We do not, but it looks like, they might go, Squeak's supposed to be there. I'm going to guess maybe Smoke can get some more smoke.
I saw he had something locked today. You saw my locked in with somebody?
Yeah, but that's at his race.
Oh, at his race in July? Okay, my bad.
Right. We got to see if he's going to race at this race.
Okay. Yeah, no, fine by me. I'm a little cloudy with that and all the running around getting family portraits on Sundays.
Yeah, man, aren't you tired of that? We're going to put them on. You're just going to have to put them in.
I'm running out of wall space.
You have to put them in a folder, man. You have to put them in a folder.
Shit.
You ain't got enough wall space for that.
I'm never gonna get tired, man. When these streaks as high as they are, they can go as low as they can.
Well, yeah, you can go from the penthouse to the outhouse in a heartbeat. Yeah. So there's that.
But I've lost 2 rounds of racing this year, and I'm not angry.
So going down this list, it looks like they've got the there's no radio prep. 5.3 or smaller, NOS, no blowers, Pro Chargers or turbos allowed.
Okay.
33-inch slick or bigger, which I don't know. I would just say slick tires, but I mean, you're surely not going to get a 10.5 car to run.
You wouldn't think.
But you're not going to get it to run as fast as a big tire car down the track. I mean, that's the big equalizer in Pro Street.
Sure.
You see how fast they've got engines that'll run 360s, but they can't run 360s.
Yeah.
So, no time for a year. Car draw each round. I don't know. William Brown, I don't know if you... Me and Pete talked about this, and I don't know if you guys talked about this, but it seems like these events, it might be easier and quicker and much less heartache and time consuming to draw these cards is to draw cards at the beginning, 1 through however many, and you put them on just a pro ladder. if I draw 5, 5 runs 13 or whatever.
Okay.
And you just, so the ladder's already set. It's random because you don't know what card you're going to draw.
Sure.
But you know where you're going down the who you got the following round. So
Okay.
that's always seemed to be a decent idea because you've got 20 minutes of everybody get up here.
Right.
Now draw a card. Now go back. And now, it just seems to me that it just takes
Yeah.
a little while longer to go through those
Drags it out.
iterations rather than just do it at the beginning of the day before first round of shakedown. Everybody's already up there. You guys draw cards. If somebody drops out, you get that number. If they've got, a 16 and, whatever, however you want to do it, whoever drops out, then somebody's got to take that place.
Okay.
And you start from the highest number. So let's say you got 17 cards and 5 drops out. I broke.
Okay.
Put 17 and 5 and you still got 16.
Just keeps it moving.
Yeah, well, and it keeps the ladder right.
Okay.
So the ladder doesn't you don't have buys. You're trying to avoid buys. So
Yeah. It hasn't come up on your screen, but Billy Brown said note taken.
yeah, just something to think about because I'm sure you run an event. Takes a lot of effort and time, and you're trying to look at the track, and you're talking to this guy, and you got this issue over here, or whatever. If you've got that already set at 2:00 in the day, everybody's already drawn their cards. You don't have to worry about that anymore. You can post that on the back of the timing tower, or after you do it, have somebody print it out. However you want to do it, text, email, whatever, or just, like I said, the easiest way is just post on the back of the timing tower, and there it is.
Sure.
And so if you win a round, you guys go after the round is over, mark in who won. Okay, now 5 runs.
Sure.
3.
It's already predetermined at that point.
I mean, it really doesn't make a difference because it's random.
Sure.
But I mean, it's I don't know. It just seems to me you save a lot of heartache. You're going to go up there, back of the line. You already know who you're paired up with. Hey, I'm number 5. You run 3.
Yeah.
You get over here.
Sure.
The only thing you got to do at that point is flip for lane choice. That's it.
Yeah.
It just seems like it takes a lot less time to do it that way.
Less BS and keep it moving, especially when you're talking about this crazy heat.
Right. What else we got on there? 4-8-4s and 5-inch will run each other until one is left. 5-3 5-2 will run each other until one is left. And 5-3 or 5-2 runs 4-8-4 or 5-inch. 5-2 5-3 gets lane choice. 4-8-4 or 5-inch gets the break. You got that in yellow highlighted. 3-second leave rule for getting a break. That's cool too. And I guess they said, I think he said before that they can do something in the tower to figure that out.
Yeah, as far as that 3-second rule of reaction
you
time. I remember him saying
you
that.
get red lit or something like that.
No, that's going to keep it level, which is good.
Oh yeah. So anyway, that's what we got going on there. 10,000, 8-card minimum, 300 entry fee. Boom.
Pretty cut, pretty dry.
Mhm.
Gamblers race, course juniors, stuff for some other folks, and good filler.
Yep. Yeah, that looks like it's
Hope
gonna
hope we get a good big turnout, especially for Billy Brown. To put on a race like this. Obviously, good turnout's key, and hopefully spectators and all that. Man, I mean, we're all a fan of big tire racing.
Yeah, that should be fun. That should be real interesting too.
It'll be here before you know it, man.
Yeah. Well, look, August 3rd is going to be here before we know it
I
too.
know.
And,
I know.
I'm in there with parts all over the damn floor.
I know. It never stops, man.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I'll be honest with you. I think the benefit in where we live and the demographic of where we live, I don't know that I could live in Florida because I'd be tempted to race year round, and that would really burn me out on the sport.
Yeah.
So about the time we're burned out, we get some cold weather and regroup, and about the time we're itching, it's racing again. So those are all positive things.
Yeah.
At least that's the way I view it. But I'll race with the bike clean up through December.
Yeah, well, I mean, your ass is going to be chapped up. You need to go to a dermatologist and get you something for that sweat burning your ass. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you need to get some dry fit or whatever to put up under there, like Formula One and NASCAR guys use. Don't they use some kind of nylon something or other to keep them from? Yeah, I thought so. I don't know.
Wow, maybe I should look into that, man.
Yeah, man. You can't be wearing cotton out there. They give me shit about playing basketball. The guys at work like, hey, you still playing in cotton? And I'm like, what? That's what I played in when I was young. Shit, I don't know. I don't know any better. Oh man, they got all this, this, that. I don't know nothing about that. Look, I'm playing in this.
Right, sweating and soaked and weighing yourself down, man.
Cotton burning my ass.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, that is that. I don't know what else we got. We got coming down the pike here.
Those are definitely the upcoming races. And it's Fred's race on the 4th at MIR. What did he share with you? That was another race.
I do not have a flyer for that.
No.
I don't believe.
For the August 4th race of Fred's?
Yeah, I don't have.
Bridge Wars? Is that what he's calling it?
Yeah. This is.
And that's the one that Jason, Copperhead's got some locked in races for, right? For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You know him, man. He's for locking in races for races next year that haven't even been formed.
Yeah, I don't know if this is this is one that he sent me, but I don't know if it's.
Okay.
I think it's this one.
Okay.
And this is just part of it. Like I said, I can't seem to get my peoples to call in to promote their own shit.
Yeah.
Fat Albert, goddamn it.
Come on, Albert. You're supposed to call in so we can talk about this race we got coming on.
But anyway,
I appreciate the flyer. That at least gives Scott Ferguson's car up top, gives you an idea. Big tire, 275, top sportsman. Some good payouts, man.
Yeah, they're putting a good amount of money on top of the racing there.
Yeah, $250 entry for big tire. Do you know? I guess we're waiting for Fat Albert to talk. I mean, are blowers going to be allowed at this race?
I guess the jury's out on that. That's part of what I wanted to talk to him about. See. I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any other flyers to show you guys. Let me see if I've got anything else. This is part of the promotion that we need to do as
Sure.
as a group with the big tire stuff to push this stuff out there,
Yeah, definitely. We definitely anything we can do to just get more participation. I mean, that's key. That's key in any race. The money's got to be right, the track's got to be right, all that stuff. Now, whether or not some of these folks that run the stick it to you or them or whatever that's called,
up your ass,
yeah, whatever that's called this week, or whoever's in charge of it, I can't even keep track.
Oh yeah, I don't know what
you got finger pointing who's taking money, and I don't even know what to say. But hopefully those participants, I'd say Alan, it'd be nice if you would come race, because we didn't think you were racing there, but you went there, but we haven't heard from you. So I don't know if you're listening now. I don't know if you plan on coming to the August 4th race or the Outer Banks race.
There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, three different races coming up.
Yeah.
Bridge Wars, Outer Banks, and this one, which is go back here and let me see if I can find it. This one. This is just put up the other day. This is September 17th.
Okay. That's at BMP.
And I'd like to say that is on top of there, which is a big stage. Let me see if I can
I'm gonna
confirm that. It's not their Night of Fire. What is that? September, August. I know some of y'all know what this race is because y'all follow this crap.
Yeah.
Shakedown. That's it. Shakedown Nationals.
Okay.
So for any of you all that watch that or have been down there, that's the old E-Town
Okay.
Shakedown Nationals that I competed in that way back.
Yeah. That was cool.
That's
Those
when
races
I
were
think
really cool.
that's when the Cavalier was white, so that was 2004.
When it was first built, the Cavalier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I ran. Chris Rainey had a Neon, a Dodge Neon. We ran a quarter mile. I think I was running 6:30s back then.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what that is. So the track's going to be on point because they're going to have all the Pro Boost, Pro Nitrous. I think they've run them all together too. I believe.
Oh,
I think they've got. It's kind of like what's it? Snowbirds. Those races in Florida that they figured out how to make them get some kind of parity, but the nitrous cars don't come.
Right.
Because they're still getting their ass beat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Halsey makes the trip, but
The last one he didn't.
Yeah,
one of those at the last.
My father was battling, so I wasn't at that one.
Yeah.
So, but the one before, he and I kind of joked that he won and I won, and we brought it back to Maryland. But yeah, he's by far one of the exceptions when it comes to a nitrous car, being the David and Goliath. Sometimes he's almost the Goliath.
Right.
Against some of them blown cars, man. He's a bad man with a bad car and a bad combination. So.
Yep. So anyway, that's what we got going on for September. Now that's a 5-inch only. I don't know if they're going to open that up or not.
Okay.
But like I said, they had 9 cars. If we were to go, that's 10. No, they had 9.
Okay.
And 2 broke, so they ended up with 7.
Okay.
You get a few more 5-inch guys to come down there and put on a good show on a premier track, and it's going to be evening racing, I believe. So
yeah,
that
definitely
should be pretty fun.
for sure. We're still waiting for Fat Albert to call in so we can talk more about this Bridgeway race.
We can go back to some of this other stuff that dude there. Charlie Carter. Did you mention any of this?
Yeah, the 47.
47,
I
yeah.
did say that. I did talk about that.
Yeah, he said the track was still a bit dicey.
Dicey.
But I did talk to Larry about that, and hopefully this winter, he still plans to. I think didn't I mention that last week?
You spoke a little bit about it.
He still plans to
Redo it all.
right, redo the entire track, maybe lengthen it and make it to where you guys aren't kind of bouncing around down there.
It's a shame. We kind of tasted a little bit of hope there at the beginning of the year, and unfortunately it fizzled out real quick.
Yep.
So I guess at this point, all we can do is, hope again.
Yeah.
Like another premier track here locally to put a little time and effort into it, and obviously a whole lot of money.
Right. Kenny Griffin II. Yeah, Bobby Leonard. That's what his name was. He was a really nice guy too. He drove that 57 that Robert built.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder whatever happened to that car. I don't know if I guess they sold it or something like that. But it was
Really?
it was really pretty. I don't know if I could ever find a picture of that. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's been so long ago.
Did you see what Keeler just put on there? I don't know if it's come up yet. I have to scroll up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. One of the Jason Harris's Warbird.
Okay.
Remember that car?
Yeah,
the
do.
red Pontiac.
Yep.
Yeah, Robert built that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Which
he's
is-
been
it's
slinging out
racing-
badass
it's
cars for a
racing-
while.
Oh yeah, he builds a good car.
Yeah. Okay.
He
Not that I'm a somebody. It's just
they're
name
racing
recognition.
that car in Radio vs. World.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, radio's on it. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Keeler's came up.
Oh man, Mike's so. Come on, Keeler. Yeah, you know what? How about this? Let me go ahead and be that guy. Yeah, you gotta be in the clique. You gotta be in my clique. So you either gotta love me or you can't race. How about that?
Some really do abide by that. You're obviously kidding, but some really do. Without saying it, really do, square by that. So,
But no, man, Keeler, get off your ass and we get old Mellow Yellow back out there. and look, we have another car out there. You know, you like running at VMP just like I do. Shoots,
Sure.
you don't hardly even have to use the chutes. There's little pee-wee chutes I got on the car. You pull one of them and still make the first turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I don't know if that's an indication of we're that slow or the track's that long. Maybe it's where that slow. Maybe we don't need no chutes on
Maybe
there.
it
Take
is.
take them
Yeah.
off there. You can stop on
You
brakes.
just open the door.
Yeah,
and
slow
slow
bitch.
down.
Yeah,
Just
like
let
a
the doors
plane.
open.
Yeah, there you go. Just
like rudders.
Oh,
When's the
man.
last time Mike had his car out?
I don't know.
It's been a minute.
When's the last time, Mike? 3 years?
Damn, come on,
This
man.
is the third year, I think.
Car's
well,
too
I
nice.
mean, yeah. In his defense, he was moving his shop and house.
I remember you saying that. Yes,
and all
yes.
that kind of stuff. So he's
Yeah.
now in there and
He's getting
and
settled. He
starting
can get back to playing.
Yeah, he's back up on his knees, get ready to put one foot on the floor and stand back up
Okay.
and want to try to get out here and do a little racing. It's all. I rewired it like 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
So it's been running. It's ready to go.
Okay.
But it's just been sitting. So it's
Life's
basically
been happening.
life happens. So
Yep.
you know, buy some tires, and when you order yours, I need a set too because we're about out.
Yeah.
The life of ours are about done. That gives you. I don't think you haven't done the first burnout on a set because I already had done a
No.
burnout on them. So yeah,
Yeah, no.
that's the have fun.
Oh, I love it.
Send
You
it.
know
Send
how
it
that
out to
is.
300 feet.
The
Just
best
hold
part-
it straight.
The best part about drag racing is the burnout, whether it's a car or bike. I
Well,
don't care.
the brand new set though.
Oh yeah.
You got
You
to
got to burn them.
You
Yeah,
got,
yeah, yeah.
You got to go.
Oh.
That's
You don't
the
have to tell
greatest
me
shit
again.
ever. That's
You don't
John
have to tell
Force
me
shit,
twice.
just, looking up in the stand. Yeah. And then it still doesn't go down the track. It's still
Yeah.
trash. The first run is always
Now,
trash.
see, in the bike world with a Pro Mod tire, what we do, 2 burnouts before we even send it. So we do a burnout, bring it back, sit for 20 minutes, go up and do another burnout, then take it back, service it, and then make your first trip.
Well, that's what. So if you were to catch somebody like Halsey, got his own track.
Sure.
They go up there, got
Scuff 'em
wheels,
in.
brand
Yeah.
new sets of tires, doors off,
Yeah.
front end off. You just strap in just in case something dumb happens.
Yeah.
And just sit there. They hold both sides of the car because the tires dry out. It wants to try to grab you. Just
Sure.
lean on the floor,
Yeah.
back up. Okay, do one more. That set's done. Change
Yeah.
tires.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
And so
I wish I had
all
that
you big
luxury.
tire guys, years ago, there was that shit. How many years ago was that? It was a couple years ago. I had 855 in there in the clutch, so that had to be at least 4 years.
So before the pandemic?
I'm getting dry. No, that was before
Okay.
the pandemic. Yeah.
So you're talking 5 years.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a grudge race that I was going to try to and just put new tires on. Somebody
Yeah.
want to try to run me off the trail. I'm like, I'm not running off the trail. Oh man, you're scared. You scared. This that. Hey man, I'm not running a brand new set of tires off the trail. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
So I went up there, did a big burnout, and we ended up breaking a nitrous fitting. It chattered at the top of gear and
Yeah.
broke a nitrous fitting that nobody had.
Dumb shit.
Even
Yeah.
though somebody, one of my haters, was like, "That's an easy nitrous. Anybody has that in their trailer. It's
Really?
a 90-degree female the female 4 to male NPT.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Ain't nobody got that shit at
Yeah.
the track. Nobody.
Yeah.
You'd have to run a plenum system first of all.
Yeah.
And then it would have to be a removable because the industrial solution systems don't have that on it. It'd have to be Speed Tech.
Sure.
And they just, I had to order those. Of course,
Yeah.
I ordered like 6 of them
Yeah.
to make
you,
sure.
It never got you again.
Yeah. But
Never.
I mean, damage was done at that point.
Yeah. Once something like that gets you, you'll have 6 and never need the other 5 again.
Right.
That's how it goes.
Right.
but
Yeah.
you-
I've never been back in the drawer.
That's
They're
Racing
stacked up.
101. They're
Right.
still in there. Remember these? That's your story. I'm just as guilty. I'm like, this shit'll never get me again. Something else will.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Did you see what Killer said back?
Yeah. Hey, Mike. I've got this wide putty knife,
Yeah.
like drywall knife. It's about like 4 inches.
Yeah.
Just get in there, and it's real flexible, so it doesn't try to go through the damn carbon tub. Ain't nothing worse than you and put the corner right through it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, get your scraping on. You got 10 pounds of rubber in there, and you just got to scrape.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, birthday girl.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Yeah, Killer, it'd be nice for you to get your ass back out there.
Yeah, for sure. Beautiful car. Like to see you out running.
I don't want to hear no bullshit if I hand you this ass whooping. I want to hear no. I changed the tune up. Man, I took another couple of degrees. How did it slow up, man? You must let off the gas because I didn't do it. Oh man. Well, I don't know. I guess what time is it?
It's
9:30. What have we been on?
9:23.
An hour and a half,
Yeah.
hour and 10 minutes. I don't know if anybody else has any other topics you want to discuss here.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I'm about out of gas. I got the
kind of covered everything with the exception of
events and-
Albert calling in.
Yeah, I'd like to have talked about Bridge Wars, what they got going on. I know they got their own lock-in show, so I guess they, but I don't know. They do that on Wednesdays, I believe.
Yeah.
Fred does that on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to. There's probably more big tire cars that actually watch this
Sure.
that probably won't watch tomorrow.
Yeah.
To know kind of what's going on with rules and
Right.
what they have, so we can get some guys out here.
I think that's the biggest thing that hopefully, can get a little bit better expedited just for planning's sake.
What's that?
As far as promoters, rules and such. It's
Well,
like,
I think the problem came with the rules being screwy
sure.
with the stick it up your ass.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so now everybody's seeing the revelation. Like you said, us
Everything
and
we
Deion
said.
work and we
Yeah.
got a crystal ball over here, but
Yeah.
everybody has figured out blowers, especially screw blowers, are really fast.
Yeah. The
They're
slow
really
ones are fast.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
if Mike's watching, they ain't no hate towards you,
No,
your
not at
cars
all.
or anything.
No,
but
not at all.
if you can't
just
compete,
facts.
you can't compete.
Yeah.
There's no.
It's just facts.
There's no. We'll work harder. There's no working harder.
You're not going to find that kind of power.
There's none of that. There's none of that. You have to have a full-on Pro Nitrous top 10 car to run with that car.
I'm going to go with top
And-
5.
Yeah, and I mean,
Top 5.
I'm got a pretty good eye.
Yeah.
And that thing is really fast.
I got a really good eye
And
with
there's
that,
nobody out there that can run with it.
Nobody.
There's
Not
nobody out there
not
that
in
can
our
run.
big tire no time grudge
They
game.
might say it. They might cap about it.
Nope.
But
Not doing
but,
it.
supposedly, so that's another deal for I don't know Bridge Wars, but I don't think they're going to. I don't see this happening. But they said they were going to, because they weren't going to have blowers or turbos or blah
Okay.
blah blah.
Yeah.
That they were going to let Dave. I'll call him Buckethead Dave because he don't like me. So damn it, Buckethead Dave.
Yeah.
Was supposed to run that race back that they ran.
Oh,
at-
really?
At
Show up and do
at
like
the
a
Tire
grudge
Shake
between the two of
Pedal
them.
Nationals.
It was definitely the pedal nationals.
So they're supposed to run that heads up in MIR.
I like to see
a
that.
real good track. So I think that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that
Thank you, buddy.
that would surely be a good race,
Oh yeah.
no doubt. Not taking anything away. I'm gonna have to throw my little bullshit in the game, but
Walker.
yeah, that thing should surely be fast. There's no doubt. It's all top notch shit. So yeah,
Are you talking about Dave's car?
Dave's car.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, for
you
sure.
know,
It is top-notch
But to
stuff.
run a screw, yeah, I mean,
We're not going to talk numbers, but
if you bet there's two things you can do there. You can bet with your feelers and get your pockets empty.
yeah.
You can bet with your brain if you follow this type of racing
Yeah.
and know that unless something happens,
Yep.
you're not getting there.
Nope.
You're just not.
Nope.
And the only way that he could possibly get there is white smoke that engine.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to turn that shit all the way up,
Yeah.
all six.
And hope it makes a trip.
Stacked up, make the trip, and if you white smoke it, you're gonna lay down, and that
Driver
210 or
better be
whatever
all
he
over.
runs.
I don't know who's driving the car, but he better be all over the tree. He better catch 2 numbers
Well,
there.
he's got a much, in my opinion, a better team now with McCain and those
Cool.
guys taking care of all his stuff. So
Okay, good. Good for those guys.
yeah, Buckethead. I still don't like your ass, but
Gotta respect it, all right?
He's got
Yeah.
a better squad that's really looking after his stuff and
Sure.
wants to make it fast. And for anybody out there, if you're gonna drive, if it's me driving it, you're getting 110%.
Yeah.
If I got to drive and tune it, I mean, so
Yeah.
that's
So
what you got.
the driver's the tuner as
Yeah,
well? Okay, good.
yeah, and he knows fuel injection and all that.
Okay,
So
good.
which is, in my opinion, the problem with Pro Nitrous.
Sure.
You just don't. There's only one Switzer,
Yep.
and there's only one Halsey. So
They're a bad team together, man. I
that,
can't hate on them, man.
That's I mean,
They're bad.
I have no clue what they figured out. It'd be I'd love to be a fly on the wall, but you know what? To try to equate that to what I do with these old antique carburetors
Yeah.
and bullshit, I get wet systems. But to pretty much keep that thing together, granted they're going to have 3 or 4 bullets, especially for like this shakedown, whatever the hell.
Sure.
But to be able to run to what do you go 208, 209,
209. I think it was
crazy,
209.
man. I mean that's rolling. I don't know what they figured out with that. What they figured out with Mo's car, with the radios, 275s, and now all of a sudden he's popping up 203, 204.
Yeah.
Whatever they've done with that gearing.
I just,
I don't
going
know,
back
but it's
to
going.
when I had my personal car, and I hate to sound like Al Bundy, but those are facts. Like back in 16, when fuel injection was really just coming to the blower world, not just, but in our camp, there was talk of it, and I'm like, okay, how much more power does it make? Well, it wasn't that it made so much more power; it was just smooth management. That's what I was told by the tuner. I paid
Right.
a whole lot of money, too. So I by no means am a tuner of a car. I can find my way through tuning these bikes to run 460, and but I tell you, man, I was at Computech today talking with Matt, going over my whole weather station stuff, and we got talking about fuel tech and highly intelligent man. He designed the whole program with Computech for the weather station and all that, and he was like, "Man, that is a complicated system. You better know your shit." And it's great at what it can do, but you really just, time and effort and learning.
Well, I mean, the proverbial teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
I've looked around in there. It's a lot of screens.
Oh my
a
God.
lot of shit.
I know.
And so for
I've
a
seen it.
nitrous car, that you've got to be you're making finite moves.
Yeah.
And now you're doing that across, I don't know, 4 to 6
The grids.
nitrous
Yeah.
systems. And
Most of
then
them are 6 now, right?
Yeah,
Pro
6
nitrous at
or
least
7,
6
yeah,
or 7. Yeah.
Usually it's 3 on the outside. Some of them are 3 on the outside, 3 on the inside, and then 1 soft line. And I think some of them might still be running water injection. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you've got to get all that. Yeah,
I didn't
it's a
pay
lot.
attention enough in school.
What's that?
I didn't pay attention enough in school to. That's above
Yeah,
my pay
I mean,
grade.
I think I could get it, but
Yeah.
I mean, for us,
Yeah.
for me, at this age and wanting to retire, nah, man, I'm not doing it. I've thought about doing it. I teeter on the fence about it, but the thing is, if I do it, I got 2 cars
And jumping it.
and that we can put engines in either one.
Yeah.
So if I do it,
It's times 2.
I've got to rewire both cars. Now, granted, it's my time.
Yeah.
It's just the money to do it. So let's
Sure.
say 2 fuel tech systems that I don't even know what they cost, 8 to 10 grand.
Yeah, at least. Well,
So-
depending, I can tell you bike wise about 7,000 ish before it's installed and wired.
Okay, so you're looking at least 10 because
Yeah.
you've got 4
Yep.
cylinders and you ain't got so much control.
Exactly. Right.
So let's just go lowball it because that's not surely highballing. 10
Sure.
grand. I wire it myself, so that's my time to do it. Then I've got to figure that shit out because it's a
Yeah.
gazillion wires in there.
Yeah.
And then got to take it somewhere, probably back down to Fuel Tech or
Fuel
somebody,
Tech.
put it on a hub downer to get
Well, dyno.
figure out how to. Now I do know some people that help me out to start it. I've already laid the groundwork to see.
It sounds like you're talking about automatics all over again.
Yeah, right. Wait a minute. Then so that's that. That's my time to wire.
Yeah.
Then I've got to get the manifolds redone.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a
I've
cause
got
and
to put
effect all
all
the way
dry
down.
systems on there. I got to buy fuel injectors. I got to send them out to get them welded up to accept all that.
Yeah.
I can probably plumb them all up, so I can save a little bit of money there. Got to buy throttle bodies, fuel pump,
Yeah.
all that. I mean, that's so. All in all, this is a $40,000 swing
Yeah.
per car.
Sure. And is it worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze given your situation?
And you capping jokers don't want to lock nothing in. Why do I need
Yeah.
to do that?
There's so
I'm
much of
fine
that.
with this old school crap I got. Y'all still think this 21 year, 2003, this is 21-year-old 5-inch is still some trash. Hey, I know, man. I know.
Yeah.
Lock.
Yeah, exactly. I wish it would. Scroll up and see if you can see this fella's comment.
Mm-mm.
There you go. That Rocco comment.
Oh, okay.
He's got a
Strut
new car on
options.
the jig at Vantage Point. Congratulations, Rocco. That's cool. That's cool news.
Oh, you got a Vantage Point too. Okay, Vantage Point's a shit.
Yeah.
Make sure Jim has that engine out in front. Don't let him.
Is it a big tire car, Rocco?
I'm gonna guess it's a big tire car.
Yeah.
Mike Killer, will you stop patting yourself on the back with this damn automatic? You know,
So he's talking about you to
It's
get
gonna
that
get.
out.
It's gonna get to the point.
He's not talking about himself. He's talking about you.
Right.
Okay, I'm just checking.
No, he's talking. Yeah, he's talking about because
Okay.
he's been
He's throwing shade on
all
you.
these years, and you know, you just need to put an automatic in. I'm not doing it.
You
I'm
weren't
not doing
listening.
it.
You weren't
I'm not
having
doing
it. Yeah.
He got me. I mean, okay, man, okay. It's like you gotta cut this. Is it hurt there? Is it hurt there? Is it right there? It hurt right there. Yeah,
Not
man.
so much here or here, but right in here. All Dumb and Dumber or the Tommy Boy shit.
Oh man. Mm.
Now I saw there's a Vanishing Point car on Marketplace, man. 78 grand, brand new, never had wire on it. You know, 68 Camaro. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, beautiful car. It's never been on a track, never had wire in it. It's not, you know, it's finished, but it was originally set up for, I think, a big block Chevy and a Turbo 400, the fellow said. But 78 grand, man. Brand new, fresh paint. Never had a wire in it.
Where did you see that on the Benchmark's website?
No, on Marketplace. Just scrolling, which when you look on Marketplace, it kind of tags your group. So for all I know, it could have been the ProMod group. You know what I mean? But they just put a video up on it. He said, "Yes, sir, big floppies." Well, cool, man. Another fish in there, man.
Yep. Tell Jim I said hi.
I personally saw a turnkey Tim McCamus 53 Vet with the roots on it, 105. Updated by G-Force Race Cars in 18, I think it said. 105 turnkey. Man, that's hard. It's like buying my old car back, you know? I love my Tim McCamus car. So there's some cars out there.
Yeah, Rocco, I'm a fan of Chris Bell and Kinetic, just so you know. That's what I have on all my stuff. I've used a lot of different stuff, and there's a lot of other products out there good. You know, Adam at what's it? Precision.
Yeah, shocks or
PSR, I think is what it is, and of course Mark Menzer.
Sure.
You know, I worked with him with a couple cars too, and he's real good with all that he does.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about customer support and what you like and what you want to deal with. You know, I've been dealing with Chris for years and years.
Sure.
And, most cars I work on, I get his shocks on there. So that's who I would recommend giving a shout. Kinetic Engineering, just so you know. Shout out to Chris.
Sure.
But yeah, if it's a nitrous car, make sure Jim pushes that engine out. I'll just say that. I'll chuck that in there because you know I think I don't know if you're getting the Pro Mod with the strut pods on it as opposed to a conventional strut mount, which has the strut bar comes from the main windshield bar.
Yeah.
So
You see what he put on there? JRI.
yeah, there you go. 85 inches out is if that's what you're saying. 85 is about where you need to be.
Okay, there you go.
87 it will put you on. You got to run really, really good tracks. I did a lot of. I spent a lot of money moving the engine around by having them cuss me out and cut shit because I had it at 87 and like, well, if you're gonna run on really good tracks, 87 works. But if you got too much nose weight, you're gonna be in trouble on tracks that are just okay. So
Okay.
I would say Rocco go with 85.
Okay.
And as far as the brand of shock you want, JRI is fine. I've had those. I personally use Penske's.
That's what I had on my car.
So it's all custom valving, and it's all what your pocketbook wants to spend.
It's not going to be cheap.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
They're a
at all.
huge catalyst, though. I mean, that's a
But it makes a
factor.
huge difference. It makes
Absolutely.
a huge difference. I mean, my car was originally built with Sandhuffs.
Okay.
But Sandhuffs are an oil-based shock, and that's just not for. They'll. I'll put it to you this way: they'll work.
Yeah.
But you've got options that work much better. The nitrogen shocks just work better than the oil shocks. So
For sure.
there's that.
What's Michael Harris say? 3,000 horsepower chassis.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, if he ordered it and put it together, yeah, that sounds about right. But if you get, I mean, you can get a Tabber from Vanishing Point from any of the guys out there for probably 10 or 11,000. But that's just a Tabber. Then you've got shit, $50,000 in components at least, 50 to 60, and then you've got to know how to mount it all and get it all straight. So that's the bigger.
So you've had personally 3 brand new cars built?
Brand new cars. Yes.
Okay.
And that's,
you would
that's
walk that
not,
walk.
Huh?
You've walked that walk.
Yeah, I mean but for me, having long legs and all that, any car
You almost need
that
to
I
be
would sit
tailored.
in to say, okay, well, I can save a bunch of money buying somebody's good used car,
Right.
much like somebody could save a lot of money buying mine because none of them had a lot of runs on them.
Yeah.
You know, and I got, oh well, hey, you got some better stuff out here. I got a little cash left. Let me go ahead and
Sure.
sell this and get another one. But all my cars are built for. Well, you've been in there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just fortunate enough that your legs are long enough to get to the pedals, and you can get the pedal to the floor. Otherwise, you know, if you look at let's say the cars Lizzie Musi drove,
Yeah.
rest her soul,
Sure.
they had to put blocks on the pedals
Oh wow. Okay.
because she's
So she could
short,
reach. She's a
you
little
know,
lady.
She's
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
So you know, to move the pedals up now, if you get the UWAP edition Tim McAmis, it has that whole pedal assembly that slides back and forth.
Yep.
Then you don't have
That's
to worry
nice.
about that.
Did you see what Kelvin said? Maybe answer that question.
I probably would build another Camaro because I'm that guy.
Late
I don't-
model?
Yeah, I don't know.
You just stuck
I
on the late
mean,
model?
Yeah, I don't want a 68 or 69 because everybody's got
No.
those.
You know what I'm a fan of.
I think I was on the fence on whether to get that 67 Mustang when I built the car I have right now because they look really good.
Oh,
You've
they're
seen
gangster.
Kirkenson's Mustang. That thing
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah. They're gangster, man.
So you know,
I love the 55, but aerodynamically,
Yeah, I
I
couldn't
love the
do-
Willies because there's not too many of them left
there's
anymore.
those cars, but for me, for performance wise, I got to leave those.
Stay
on
with
the shelf.
Camaro.
That's like that looks good on you. You know,
Sure.
it's like wearing the leisure suit, man. That's
Right.
that's fly, man.
Yeah, but it ain't me.
On
yeah,
you.
it ain't me.
I'm not putting that on.
I'm a 67 Mustang guy at this point, man, and I'm not even a Ford guy, even though I have a Mustang. But as far as pro mod car, man, I'm telling you, that would have to be me.
Yeah, I think I'd probably do. I don't know, man.
He's asking what type of engine now.
Oh, it would be a nitrous engine.
Yeah. Never
Yeah.
see yourself going blower.
I you know what? If I were to do anything, I don't think I'd probably. I don't know, man. Shit, because you know, where's William Brown when you need him?
Screw
I
blower.
don't know if the screw or you go pro charger. You know,
Yep.
it seems like some of the guys that have gone pro charger have gone back to a screw. not
I would
back
have a
to, or
screw with a
switch to a
Stewicki
screw.
motor, and my man Leroy would be maintaining it. Pretty simple. 67 Mustang. Chassis builder, honestly, I'm a McCamus fan, but G-Force is a badass car. And, of course, anything Bickle. You know, Jeffers is a good car, but if I was going to build one from scratch, I would drink the Kool-Aid with, you know, the Salemis. It'd be a G-Force 67 Mustang with a Stewicki motor and you know, had to have a screw on it. That's me personally.
Yeah.
Not that you asked that, Kelvin, but that's my vantage point. No offense to any nitrous or anything along those lines, you know, because I'll tell you what, you know, yours definitely hauls ass, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know who I would. I don't know. If my guy that built my car was still building cars, I'd get him to build me another
Well, you also
Um,
told me he said he would build you another
one. Well, he said he would.
one. See, he didn't want me to let that out.
You dick.
I'm sorry. He also said he would do it for you.
Yeah, man. Some things are better left unsaid, but damn it, you said it. It is what it is. But if he were willing to, it's a bunch of pain and heartache to build a car. Because for one,
Sure.
I'm really particular.
Yeah.
And he dealt with my BS through the entire build, and then, I went through. Originally that car was originally built with the 5-inch in it. I got a deal from, I can say it now because that was in 2013, but got a deal with Shannon Jenkins for back then an 855 was big, and had snuck it up there, had him ship it right to the guy's shop, and you know we just shoved it. We put pictures of the 5-inch in there online,
Okay.
and then when he got it in there, he put a picture. I'm like, take all that shit down,
Yeah.
and nobody knew.
Okay. Yeah.
Nobody knew. I mean, nobody knew.
Yeah.
Because that's when I tried to. This is back in the when I was actually kind of hot on Facebook.
Yeah.
And me and Robert Patrick went back and forth.
Okay.
Robert's 903, and he thought I had.
That was Dane Wood's car back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That right. Yeah. Robert's
Yeah,
original
yeah, yeah.
car. Right.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
yeah, we were going to lock in and race, and he just thought he had something sweet. Until he found out it was 855, and then all of a sudden he slammed that shit in reverse, threw the whole transmission out on the road. No, that's not fair. No, I said come to win.
Yeah.
Bama, you don't know what come to win means?
Yeah.
That means come to win.
That's it.
I'm coming to win.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Why?
Yeah. When
Why
the
don't
deck's
you-
not stacked
Hey,
your
man,
way.
look, not like I know as much as Robert knows.
Sure.
I'm old Jimmy over here. Robert been running pro stock in a clutch forever.
Yeah.
But it was the battle of the clutches. So
Well, sidebar to that, and I don't know this to be true, but the murmurs are he's coming back to Pro Mod.
why doesn't he like pro stock?
I
He's
don't
always
know.
so good at pro stock.
I agree with you. I absolutely
I
agree.
thought
He's a
he was better
badass
at
in Pro Stock.
than he was at pro mod.
I would agree with you. But, I don't know. Maybe the allure and the opportunity of how many places to race. You're either going to follow PDRA with Mountain Motor or you're going to go play an NHRA. And that's what he has now, a Mountain Motor Pro Stock. So he sold their tractor trailer. We know that.
Right.
But yeah, there's talk that he's coming back to Pro Mod. So, I would assume it's going to be a MUC combination nitrous because that's what, he knows and that's what he ran.
I mean,
and he dropped numbers back when he did that,
Well, I guess he's still in bed with Ricky, right? Or no?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of bad blood or anything.
Ricky helped him out. And,
Yeah.
And he's I don't know if Ricky's starting to kind of pull back from all that.
Well, he's tuning Billy the Kid.
Right. Well, he's tuning stuff, but he's not driving as much as he did before.
Right.
I don't think.
I can't speak on how much he's driving. I know he's still playing in NHRA and here and there. Hell, he's been retiring for 8 years now. If you balled up all the tears he cries at the end of every year, he's retiring. You probably fill a swimming pool, but yet he still comes back. So I don't know if that's to get more sponsorship money. If that works, maybe we all ought to start.
I'm out. Well, maybe not.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely don't know. But there's a ton of good chassis builders, man, and
I don't even know who I would, because Keith probably wouldn't do it. He's not. I don't have him going through that heartache to deal with my ass for another build
once again.
But we already know the ins and outs of what we did with mine,
like
and
a
what we
learning
would
process.
change
You
to
mean?
do another one. And if we were to do a nitrous car, it would probably be almost a mirror image. There's a few different things with like frame rail height and stuff like that for the upper frame rail. Some things we figured out afterwards, strut locations, stuff
Sure.
like that.
Learning curve stuff. Well, I can tell you, I've never driven it with an 855, but with the 5-inch, it does nothing but go right where it's supposed to go.
As crazy, I kind of take it for granted just because I've always had either Vantion Point,
Sure.
Jim's son. I don't know if he watches this, but shout out to Jimmy. Jigged that car up.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's the one that welded that chassis.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to guess he mounted the body and then I don't know he went on to his venture now, which he does some badass. And evidently, it's a huge following for this stuff. But like, I guess it's some Honda turbo custom exhaust stainless blah
So
blah
all the
blah.
import,
Man, it's
all
all
the
kinds
import
of
stuff.
shit that's all
Yeah,
twisted
yeah.
up and all that kind of crap. And he's a
Yeah.
fantastic welder. But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool.
yeah. But
So he doesn't work at Vanishing Point?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is that a father son can't get along thing?
I don't know. I'm gonna probably guess so.
It's tough to work
But
with
that's
your
it, yeah,
father.
that's been
I know it's
years
tough
ago.
when my father was alive, and I think I made
Well,
it 2
and
months.
I didn't work with mine either.
I made it 2
I had to
months.
get
I
out of
just
there,
couldn't do it. That family aspect
yeah,
of it,
that
but
makes it rough. But I mean, it would be either Robert Hayes,
yeah,
Jeffers, or Vanishing Point.
yeah. If you were gonna build one from
If I were to
scratch,
build another one from scratch.
yeah,
I
I would
got
just
one of
have to
those.
drink the G-Force blower Kool-Aid if it was me.
Yeah.
If we're just saying opinions, but I'm a blower guy, so
Yeah. My whole thing is that, for one, the chassis got to work,
sure,
and two, the fit and finish has got to be there.
100%.
I mean, I'd put my fit and finish of any of the 3 cars I've had against any Bickle car out
I would agree.
You know, if anybody's ever seen my cars inside, it's not just they're clean. The fit and finish
Yeah,
is there. Don at
attention
Vanishing
detail.
Point, for
Yep.
Rocco over there that's listening.
Mhm.
Don we used to call him the Tin Man back in the day when I used to drive up there. The case of Budweiser, and that just wasn't enough. And then I'd bring 30 packs up there on Saturdays just to, hey,
Yeah.
what's going on with the car? I ain't doing shit, but coming up here to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, but
Well, it's like giving birth to a child when you're fortunate enough, like yourself, to build a car from scratch, 3 cars from scratch. That's a baby right there, man.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I've been fortunate enough to do it on a couple of motorcycles, but never a pro my car.
Yeah, it's a lot, and then to put them all together, this last one, we did a lot more work than I did on the Cavalier. So as the iterations go, and I learned more than I did more. I
Yeah.
wired all the cars up, but I didn't put. I got the Monte Carlo back, like all the way done rolling. I just had engine, headers, transmission, all that. I just had to set the clutch up and drive shaft, everything. We got
Yeah.
that totally complete.
Okay.
And I just had to wire it.
Yeah.
The Cavalier, I went up there and helped kind of put some stuff together. But the Camaro, we went up there and, after everything was chrome, you have
Yeah.
to take chasers and clean the threads out
Yep.
and all the powder coat stuff, clean
Same
that
with all
up.
the
and
powder coat. Yeah.
load them up with anti-seize and all that, and then set the chassis up, and then wire it, and the
Yeah.
entire 9 yards. So
Yeah, definitely, man. It's I can imagine. I can't speak on it, but I know the couple of cars that we did at my custom shop when Chuck and myself and Robbie were all working together there at the powder coating shop. A Bickle car coming out rolling 165, and this was in 16. So I'm gonna say, what are they, 225 now? It'd have to jump up like that.
it depends on if you're getting them wired. If you're
Yeah.
getting them where you just drop your drivetrain in there, then you're up to 180, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I think just a roller, no wires, because most of the guys are going to say you're not getting out here without.
Yeah. Well, I know Bickle won't even let you leave without a paint job.
Right, you're not getting out there in gel coat.
Yeah. It's 10 grand no matter what you want. Paint it white, 10 grand. I love that kind of strong arm. It never worked
and
out
so
for me.
that was a good thing with Extreme Outlaw. The guy Keith that did mine is that
Yeah.
okay, we're down to powder coating. What do you want to do? And I scoured through much like paint chips, powder coat chips, to figure out that color.
Sure.
To match the color combination of the car,
Right.
and then what to chrome, what not to chrome, what to powder coat black as opposed to chrome, all that
Sure.
kind of stuff. And yeah, it's a little
Tedious.
extra weight, but
Yeah.
my shit's got to shine.
Hey,
I
they
need
always got to
some
look
bling.
good, man. You know I'm that guy. If they don't run, they got to look good.
Yeah, we're going to the car show. To hell with it. We
Yeah.
load it up and shine it up and go to the car show. But anyway.
Yeah. So I guess Fat Albert,
Yeah, Fat Albert dogged us.
you're not calling.
So
Appreciate it.
but I guess we don't get any. Well, I'm not going to be a hater. Bridgewater is going to be Bridgewater.
Yeah, for sure.
Next week I will not be here. Tuesday, maybe we can do a Thursday if nobody's doing anything
Okay.
next Thursday.
Yeah, we see what's going on.
Otherwise, it'll be I'll be in hot ass Vegas.
Oh, you're heading out to Vegas next week?
What is that's so
Well, I
after that it's
technically
2
am not.
weeks and then there's Bridge Wars after that. So
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be here, but like I said, it got canceled because of weather. So yeah.
I got to do that and then try to get a car together so we can race.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting back to dropping the trans brake button.
Yeah, we gotta.
You know?
Hopefully, I don't have any more setbacks with this. There's a few things that are gonna change in the engine while I got it out with the oiling and stuff like that to try to rectify some of these issues with push rods and
Sure.
that kind of stuff. We talked to my engine guy about that, about lifter valley bypasses and stuff like that to increase the
Sure.
oil up top, so that you do a pretty good job of keeping that. Every once in a while, you get a little overzealous, but you've got past all that now.
In the
But
burnout?
yes, yeah. Every once
Oh
in a while.
man, I'll rev that thing up, man.
Yeah,
I'm
everyone-
controlled.
If you do, you come back like, I fucked that one up. But no, I mean, because I got,
Yeah.
once you snap the throttle, it's getting,
Yeah.
the computer don't lie, but
Yeah.
you ain't 8,000.
Yeah. Well, when you do it once every 2 months, I'm
Yeah,
gonna cut myself some slack.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cut myself some slack.
the
there.
owner's a jackass. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, folks. I don't see anybody else has any. Michael Harris said no. Very few people had a 855 back then. No, a lot of people had 855s back then. They went to 872s. After that, and
Oh, wow.
872s weren't really. The 855s were a better combination, I believe. 872s weren't much faster, and then after that, the next iteration was 903s, and they stuck with 903s for a couple of years, and then here we are, out of control.
1,000 cubic inches.
And
Ridiculous.
what ends up happening as fans,
Money.
and most of them are fans that never had a car, or hadn't had a car like this, that you don't understand how the money spirals out of control.
Yeah.
The engines get bigger and bigger. The cranks get bigger and bigger. And, okay, so the throw, you've got the journal, and the damn throw is way out here.
Mm-hmm.
And now the journals are cracking. So you get 50 runs on the damn crank.
Sure.
My crank has been in there since 2003.
Wow.
Fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I get it a Magnaflux and make sure it doesn't have any cracks in it, but
Yeah.
I try to take care of my stuff so that it doesn't tear itself up. But the bigger engines, you don't have a choice. I mean, you're gonna break one. So yeah, in my opinion, that's why it's gone south. And how do you reel it back in now? How do you tell all the guys that bought 997s that we're going to go back to 903s?
That's the money man's game, man. That's where shit falls into index racing, aka top sportsman racing. So, see what Chris Johnson asked.
Who?
Can you send a car? Bottom right. It's right where your cursor is.
Yeah, can I send a car? I don't know, like this person.
Yeah, I don't really understand the
I don't
question,
know what
Chris.
that
If you
means.
can clarify that a little bit, we might be able to help to answer that, man.
Hey Jay, next week. No, not next week. 2 weeks from now. Shoot me some crap and bring your ass on here, and we'll talk up you and Ken down there, Ken Kirk.
Yeah. Jay, at the beginning of the show, I was giving you my props about my wheelie bars, man. Again, Ken Kier Racing, right down the street. Hey, I don't know if that's considered Dunkirk, because I'm in Dunkirk. So
It's still Dunkirk. The
Is it
mailing
still
address is
Dunkirk?
Dunkirk, I believe.
Yeah,
Go
it's
look at it on.
it's
online.
literally right down the street. They do awesome work. Turnaround's great, and Jason, if most of y'all haven't noticed, is always on DMV Grudge, talking about and showing all the fab work that him and Ken Kier. Ken's been doing it, God, probably 50 years. I'm not being a smartass.
Owings, he said it's Owings, Maryland.
Owings.
Could have
Okay.
sworn that was Dunkirk back in the day, but maybe
Yeah.
maybe
It changes like
Yeah,
Anne Arundel
the
County,
cities have
Dunkirk,
moved
then
around,
Owings.
'cause-
You can drive down the road and hit 3 different things. So
Hey, well, I mean, know, I'm old, but yeah, Ken built my first car. Just so
Is
everybody.
that the Yellow Nova?
Yeah.
Oh, he built that.
Mhm.
That's badass, man. Yeah. That's pretty much like the Nova he raced forever, right? Is that fair to say? So Ken
The
Kier on the
orange one?
side. Was it
The
orange or
orange one,
white with
yeah.
stripes? Was it
Yeah.
orange?
Yeah,
Okay.
stock, I think that was.
Yeah.
Jake and
I tell you, that dude never stops at his
Stock
age.
or super
Whenever I'm
stock?
down there, you know, and both of them never stop, but Ken really never say. If you get high out of that man, you're getting something because he's just head down getting shit done.
right.
You know, and fab work and chassis shops are tough to find these days, guys. What did Rocco say here? 5,500 from Bryant for
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right. Been there and done that one.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's for a 5-inch. I mean, for a while there, it was really hard to find those huge cranks. They had to, a lot of guys went away from Bryant, had to go to Winberg, because Bryant, I guess, couldn't either they couldn't keep up or
Yeah.
whatever the situation was. So, and then I think maybe Cali's started building them, and I don't know if some guys went there, but it was a matter of, you know, you're breaking them,
Sure.
you got to keep racing.
Yep.
You need a crank.
Yeah.
So the Winberg stuff came about, and then I think Cali started making. I could be wrong on that one, but
Okay.
I could have sworn I heard somebody had told me that Cali's makes the big huge monstrosities now. But for you guys that don't have a 10 ear, and you listen to a 997 as opposed to a 959 or smaller, you'll know the difference because you can hear the difference.
The way it revs, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like a boat.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
for an EFI engine. That sounds like more like, well, my carburetor engines don't sound like that because I got Dale Cubics on my shit. But yeah, they do instead of pat,
Yeah.
pat.
Right.
Yeah, it's because you're spinning that tugboat crank.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, they make a bunch of torque, they make a bunch of power, but
Yeah.
oh man. Anyway, all right. Well, I guess that's I think that's about all we.
Yeah, that's it, man. Fred didn't call in, guys, so we will work on promoting that race next week. It won't be on Tuesday. You know, Mark's going to be out of town, so we'll see if we can reconvene and maybe do something on Thursday next week. We're all about promoting the upcoming races and anything to talk about. So
Yeah, and for the guys out there that got radials, I don't mind talking about radials.
no, not at all.
Hopefully, get this Chevy 2 back, and then we've got to figure out what we're going to do with it. We're going to put 10.5s on it, go pro street racing, go put radials on it, and maybe go. I don't even know what we're going to do because we've got to figure out what engine to put in it and where we'd race it. So
Yeah. Cool.
so we'll figure something out. Y'all hopefully we'll see that before the end of the year. But
Well, thank you,
That's what it
Michael
is.
Harris. He said awesome show. Always learn something on here. I appreciate that, man. You know, we try to sprinkle it with obviously his knowledge way more than my knowledge, so I appreciate that.
yep. So you guys that are watching, the few folks that are left on here, click that subscribe button.
Please like, subscribe, share,
Hit the
man.
bell so you know Tuesdays, Thursdays, if we have to change time or we have to
Yeah.
change dates or days, I guess more so. Not that the usual Tuesday at around 8 is what I should say, not 8.
Yeah, we're always
And
trying
a lot
to
of
shoot for
that
that.
is, you know, so we do try to.
It's traffic. It's a whole lot of everything,
Yeah,
man.
well,
It's
there's
life
that, and then
happening.
we do try to, you know, I do my due diligence, both of us, to check
Absolutely.
sound and all that kind of stuff. So, like when Scott called in and y'all didn't hear the sound, like we just checked the sound. You
Yeah.
just called from your phone.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
there's that.
So we
So-
certainly try. Like to thank you know, Jay at Ken Kier Race Cars. Again, Jim Halsey, awesome racetrack. Appreciate everything you know you did over the weekend, putting together. You know, keeping racing going, man. You really got to love the sport to stand out there in that crazy heat. You know, especially if you're in a situation where you don't need the money or you don't need the headaches. So, you know, always keep that in mind when we go to these premier racetracks. When you have a problem, you get what you give. So keep that in mind when you go up. Don't be that ignorant individual yelling at people. I'm not saying there's any certain situation. It's just it's a dying sport in some ways.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you don't. You don't see near the amount of youngins
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
are like when I was coming up.
Right.
Everybody loved to go to the track.
Absolutely.
But you don't see it like that anymore. You do have one question, Chris Johnson. Now, 484
Okay.
is the engine bore space size, so it's 4.8400 or 40. Is a bore space center to center of each cylinder. 5 inches, 5 inch between cylinders. I think Mike Keeler, you wanna say that it's not. I really believe that it is. That the 484 and 5 inch block length is the same. Of course, the bore space is different. And then you go to 5.2, the block is about an inch longer to make it 5.200 between bore centers. 5.300 is an inch 300 longer. To get basically a bigger bore, a 484 engine, usually you're maxed out at 4.600. You can try to squeeze 4.625 in there. The cylinder walls get thin, stuff gets moving around, doesn't hold vacuum. You go to a 5 inch, you're 4.675, 4.700, 4.750. I don't know. They've got some out there bigger than that. But again, the hold up there is cylinder wall thickness, and I guess you can. The bigger you can make the bore, the more valves you can fit in there. If you're trying to put 2 valves in a hole that's this big or that big around, as opposed to that big around, the bigger valve you can get in there. So 5.200, I think a 5.200 can go 4.950 or something like that.
Okay.
5.300 is 5 inch. 5 inch, five. I don't think it's 5.100, but I know it's a little bigger than 5 inch to make the 997s and stuff, but like that. But then you get into stroke, you get into deck heights. There's a lot of variables there to make these engines so big. If you look at TRE, I guess he's got an 800 484 now, but the deck height's 12 inches. I think to fit that in there, so you don't push the cylinder walls out because the crank is so big and the deck is short and the rod angle is banging the cylinder walls out of there. So I think it's 12. It's probably a 12-inch deck height, something like that. But if you were to run, I don't know, unless you're running some outlaw thing, here's what doesn't make sense to me for the guys that are looking to maybe buy one. Yeah, that's neat. But if you're going to run, let's say Mike Hill's events, 11,700 is the deck height max. So what are you going to do with a 12-inch?
Sure.
It doesn't make a difference, So, if you're going to run the Outlaw 275 and you can run a 5-inch, well, why wouldn't you just build a 5-inch?
Sure.
You've got a bigger bore, you've got a better head.
Right.
It's something that will support 800 a lot easier than trying to just put a super tall deck height and squeeze it in a 4.600 bore, 4.610 or whatever the hell he does.
Okay.
So yeah.
See, Austin, like your shirt, he can't fit in his anymore.
Right, Keeler, I understand that part, but our conversation we had years ago was 5-inch and 484 block length. I know the 5-inch, 5.2, 5.3, that's all aftermarket. But it's the block length. I don't ever remember having to move engine plate tabs from a 484 to a 5-inch in the same chassis.
Okay.
Of course, you got to move them or put spacers in it for a 5.2 or 5.3 because you got an inch and an inch 300 longer, so you've got to space it out. But anyway,
all right.
Enough of this. Any other questions? Quickly before we get up here. Rocky, you said they couldn't get metal. Come on, Rocky, get the hell out of here. Maybe they couldn't. I don't know. I know. The last time I was down there with Jim, he did say that they have trouble getting material.
Okay.
And the material has like tripled in cost.
Oh yeah, just like everything else.
So yeah.
No different than trailers. They're at least coming back down a little bit, but yeah.
Right, LeVar. If you were listening LeVar, pay attention, bro. Come on, Cap. I just said TRE got an 800 out. How come these jokers don't listen, man? There's no way that you got on here. I know we're not doing this late in the show. There's no way you got on here this late when I just said TRA's got a probably a 12-inch deck height. 484. That's 800 inches. I just said that.
Yeah, you did.
But where are you gonna run it?
Right.
If you're trying to get out there with Mike Hill's race, you're trying to run shootouts because there's really no advantage of having an 844 unless I got a 484. Well, if you're grudge racing, who cares?
Right. What's the matter?
Nobody's gonna, if I hear you beating and banging in there, oh no, damn, if it's a 484, that thing is fast. It's gonna be that.
He said his phone's slow.
Oh man, if you don't cut that up.
There's TT.
TT, I'm not going back into you now talking about this 632 you got that's so stellar because everybody did 632s if it was as fast as yours. So cut it out. Anyway.
All right, folks.
Well,
I guess that's a wrap for us tonight. Appreciate everybody listening. Like we said before, like, subscribe, share, Drag Cycling Cars, Red Cup TikTok, man. Appreciate you guys, everyone that listens, and it really is rewarding. And Mark hears it, I think, as much as I do from various different people, that do tune in. So we definitely appreciate it because make no mistakes, we put time and effort and all the above and in this deal just to keep ourselves and you guys entertained. So thank you, man.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you in 2 weeks. More racing, less cap.
Less capping.
Less cap. More racing, less cap. Stop talking about it. Be about it. Stop talking about what you're going to do and do it.
Yes, sir.
Man, I get tired of hearing that shit. Oh, man, you ain't going to do a damn thing. Put your shit in the water box. Get to burning some tires. Let's see what you're going to do. Don't worry about what Facebook's going to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be what's going to be.
That's it. Let's race.
When we get our ass handed to us, hey, man, y'all going to mount me up. I know it, but that's part of racing. This dude here, he ain't lost in bike racing in this year. You lost one final out of
one
5.
final. Yeah. Yep.
So,
yeah.
Let's try to rub some of that. Get some of that shit over here with the car racing. Anyway.
Hopefully we can parlay.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, folks.
Good night, folks.
Have a good
Appreciate
night.
y'all.
Talk to you later.
Night.
Peace.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build